Dạ, mô Phật bà thầy.
Ok, anh đọc nha.
Dạ. Namo Fundamental Teachers Sakyamuni Buddha. Namo Fundamental Teachers Sakyamuni Buddha. Namo Fundamental Teachers Sakyamuni Buddha.
Yeah.
The unsurpassed, deep, profound, subtle, wonderful Dharma in 100,000 million eons is difficult to encounter. Now that I have come to receive and hold it within my sight and hearing, I vow to fathom the thus come one's true and actual meaning.
Okay, thank you. Tammy just said that she busy with the kids, and that's why she cannot make it. Okay, all right, that's good. No problem with that. Kid is number one, so that's important. Okay, so we continue on this thing. I'm not too sure about something. He did not respond. Okay. So last time we oh, William, tell me, so far when we learn this thing, you enjoy this kind of sutra or what?
Yes, I do find it helpful because I've had reference, or like in the Lotus Sutra, there's references to the 62 views, and I never knew them. So it's nice going, it's nice learning all of the, all the different teachings, just to get a good comprehensive view of the teachings as a whole.
Okay, that's good. Once we've done this, hopefully within 2 or 3 more weeks, we will done this thing, and I will move on to the one of the interesting topic that I share in the Vietnamese class right now. It's the guide to the Bodhisattva path, or entering the Bodhisattva path. That is from the Santideva, right? He's one of the, and then this book is very beautiful, and the commentary from one of the Tibetan monk, he did very good job, and I use the skeleton of that book, and I expound into I explore even further into the Mahayana Sutra, and also using the consciousness only that we have, and we make a lot of benefit from our daily life, and you will learn most of that with the bodhicitta. Very, very helpful. Okay, and we can deal with the crazy world right now we have. Okay, so we I think last week we done with this thing, right? I think. This is related to the poor unconsciousness. Yeah, we did.
Yep.
Yeah, we did with that. And we this is the this okay. They declare after death it healthy neither consonant, unconsonant, and also so this one okay. Okay, this is the one also neither. We have not learned this yet. Okay. Okay. All right, William, go ahead and read. I think it's let's see. The monk understand and realize the knowledge. Okay, I hope we are the way through.
Okay. There are some ascetics and Brahmins who declare a doctrine of neither conscious nor unconscious post-mortem survival. They do so in 8 ways. On what basis? Wrong view 43 through 50. They declare that the self after death is healthy and neither conscious nor unconscious, and material, immaterial, both, neither, finite, infinite, both, neither. These are the 8 ways in which these ascetics and Brahmins proclaim a doctrine of neither conscious nor unconscious post-mortem survival. There is no other way.
So what do you understand?
Yeah, so again here, these are ascetics and Brahmins that are thinking that the self is an actual thing that persists beyond death, rather than simply being an interdependent phenomena that has no true self in and of itself. So whether they say it's conscious or it's unconscious or it's neither any of those, the same mistaken seeing is present with thinking that the self is apart from impermanence, that the self doesn't change and can't and doesn't arise and fall away. So I mean, and for the same reasons we talked about last time with this idea of like a material self or an immaterial self, like we can't really conclude that there is a self that survives death, a true separate permanent self.
In Bonnet, they declare a doctrine of either, neither, whatever, a doctrine, you know, what does that mean?
A teaching, a set of ideas and concepts that work together to support a particular view.
So this is just an idea. This is not the actual practice. That, right?
Mm-hmm.
That means they do not have the inner experience. Is that true?
Yes, I think so. I think that is true.
Yeah, because when we're talking about the doctrine, it's just the idea, the concept, but not the actual inner experience. So that's why when they use this kind of whatever the perception to realize, to generalization or the thing, those things it's false already. Automatically it's false, right? Doesn't matter what they say, right? Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because those things we should never trust our perception, right? Never, because the perception it keeps changing, and then which one is correct? So using the principle or the concept as the idea of the self, then that means it even further from the true nature, right? The true nature. So doesn't matter. They declare that this is the after that healthy, neither consonant or no unconsonant, material, immaterial, both neither finite, infinite, both neither. Doesn't matter which one, right? They still fall apart, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's very easy to understand because we discussed about this last time already. And Timmy, you understand, Timmy?
Yeah, Mofak, yes. That means it's, the doctrine is just like an idea for, so either death or healthy, conscious or unconscious, material, immaterial, all that, the same.
That
Yes,
means,
sir.
but that means they do not the inside experience.
Yes, no practical experience. It's just like in the ideologies only. Yeah, more fact.
And you know that William, you know that a lot of things come from the ideological the ideology is that is a disaster. Do you know that?
Yes, yeah.
Do you know who wrote the book for the communists?
Karl Marx.
And who? They are two people.
Oh yeah, I forget the other one though.
Yeah, I also forgot the other one. And you see that, and and when they have the wrong perception, and they the one who wrote that, you know what? Remember, we don't want to jump into the politics, but I just want to let you know that when we have the wrong view, what is the danger of the wrong view? Good. You know Hitler, right? He killed 5 million people of Jews, right? But compared to communists, you know how many people they kill?
Mm.
More
A
than
lot more. A lot more.
100 million people.
Yes.
And who they kill? They kill their own people.
Yes.
They suppress their own people. That's crazy. So what can we
Very,
do?
very crazy.
Not really crazy. So when we have the wrong perception and the danger come out, you know, it's really crazy. And I will give you a very short story related to the the Buddha when the Buddha were in the world at that time. Yeah. There were one of the six. I think it's one of the six religious leader from they are the one we call the wrong view, right? They are the one who have wrong view. And you know what? They teach them to follow the wrong path. And when the Sariputta and Mahagana went down to hell or went down he witnessed the one of the leader from those group were punished by in hell, and he asked him that what makes you been in this kind of punishment? And he said that because due to my ignorant and wrong view, and I'm the one who teach other people. As long as as long as in the world the other people follow my teaching, my punishment will continue. You understand what I'm trying to say here?
Yes.
Okay. So, and he begging the Mahagana and Sariputta, please go back to the world and told them that whatever I taught them is not right and do not follow that. It will help me to release some of the suffer. You know what? And when the Sariputta and Mahagana went back, Sariputta know that if he going to tell them, he will be beaten by them. Okay, and that's why Sariputta did not tell. And Mahagana also know that too, but he go ahead and tell them anyway. Okay, and actually, you know what? When he told them, and you know what? They beat him badly. And of course he just walk away. So in this story, what do we learn from this story then?
Yeah, the effects of one holding a wrong view personally, you know, is dangerous. But then if we spread it to other people, then we bear some karmic responsibility. We convince them of a wrong view that then will cause them problems. It, you know, magnifies the problems that we'll have karmically.
And what about why those people big Mahagana?
Probably because they felt that it was disrespecting the memory of their teacher, and that maybe they thought he was lying.
And because they're ignorant, they uphold the wrong view so strongly. If we go and tell them this is not right, you know what? And they will they will execute us. So we have to be very careful. When we deal with the wrong view people, we should not go there and tell them, and they will pick us up. So we have to know when is the right time and when is the right moment, and what kind of technique we going to use for this kind of people, and we have to use softly. Do not use direct teaching. Direct teaching will be bad. It's not a good idea. So we have to be very careful. We have to be very skillful, and we need to have wisdom in order to do that. And we have to have the vow to in order to do that too. See, help the wrong view people back to the right view, to the right track is very difficult. It's not easy at all. Yep, it's a very, very difficult task. Don't you think?
Yes, definitely.
Absolutely. You're right. Yes, like very, very difficult task. Like you just mentioned before, when we on the in the car, it's not easy to let people know from where we at. How can we change them, right? Correct?
Because when we tell them to change, they say that why don't you change yours to me, to mine?
Exactly. It's just like a affinity between people, like before.
And especially for those people, it's very tough for them to open mind, right? It's not easy for them to open.
Yes.
Um, and the Buddha said like that. The Buddha said, if I remember correctly, one of the sutras said, we rather be a normal person and don't know Buddhism, right? And we live for 100 years and we do nothing. Better than one day we enter into the wrong way. Does it make sense? When we enter into the wrong path with the wrong view and we uphold it, the view, we will have the fixed view on those things. Oh my goodness, it will destroy our future. And it will put us down to the three evil realms. Crazy. I will give you the real story. Okay, let me I give you the real story that happened. I have a friend, a very best friend. He was my, we are in the same university and we are graduate the same major in British science. And when we get out of school, right? Because we are, each one of us is busy due to the family, whatever. And we, each one of us on the different path. And at that time, sometime in the past, he brought his sister and mother into the one of the wrong teacher. That wrong teacher using the that wrong. That means that the teacher with the wrong view. She came from she was Vietnamese, but she went to India and she learned from the Sikh religion. You know the Sikh religion?
Yes. The one they wear the turbine on the head.
Okay. Then you know what? They also those were mantra with them too. And you know what? One, he brought his sister and mother to see that Vietnamese teacher, right? And they are the one who stuck there till now, many years. That means 20 or 30 years, and they cannot be able to get out. And you know, when whoever follow her, what happened is their family destroyed. Because she is the you call the gold digger. You understand, William? The gold digger.
Yes.
And most of the one who follow her, they are their family is destroyed. Because if only the wife follow her and the husband will not approve for it, and they will divorce, right? Vice versa. And the money they have, they give to those crazy teachers. And you know what? With those people, doesn't matter what kind of logical right view you give to them in the first teaching, they cannot be able to grasp it. Even though the one, a lot of them from the PhD level, they are very well educated. But when they met her, somehow she used the black magic, hold them up, hold them. And you know what? Even though the water using for washing her feet, and they the one who bring those water, because this is the blessing water, the holy water. Oh no, more. You know what I mean? This is crazy stuff.
Mhm.
It's not easy to get out those link. Once you stuck into that link, stuck there. I think you are very well understand this thing, right, William?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Mm.
The guru I worked with, I wouldn't be surprised if someone drank water after washing her feet, but I never heard of anyone doing that. But the idea of like of guru devotion is just basically that the idea is the fastest way to enlightenment is to just devote oneself to this person, and then that person will help to transform the devotee's karma. Um, and yeah, I definitely saw people go into bankruptcy who followed her, and that was like a question that stuck in my mind. The guru that I knew, and there was something, a very interesting experience around this person. This person was very compelling, like had this sort of, it felt like some energy that was just like, it's hard to describe. But had a lot of people follow her and give her a lot of money. When I left, what really got me, there were a few things, but money just became more and more important. She started charging people, it was like $15,000 to spend a week with her, something like that. And then there were always these new courses, and it was like, it didn't matter whatever course you took before, if you don't take the new course and you don't pay the new money, then you're nothing or nobody. So people were like telling people to sell their cars in order to take these courses. Yeah, I'm amazed that I hung around for as long as I did in hindsight. But I was like a high schooler when I met her, and just it answered something in me for some reason at the time.
So that's why it's very tough. Um, so when we don't have the bodhicitta, if we don't have the bodhicitta strong enough, and we enter into this kind, because we have affinity with them, and we enter into this kind of person, once we enter into it, we will stuck there easily. But if we have the bodhicitta will protect us. You understand that? It's very important.
Yeah.
So once we're done with this class, I will share that kind of teaching, and that will help us to have the well understand and practice to generate the bodhicitta. Okay, so let me come back to the story. So when at the age of 45, he very sick. He got, and you know what? He did not stuck with that lady. Only the mom and the sister. And he got cancer. He got the liver cancer, and it's about to go to the brain. And and you know what? We are apart for many years, more than 10 years. We haven't seen each other, but we on the phone. Sometimes we call each other to keep contact, keep in touch. But somehow the affinity and the thing is when she about near death, I am the one who were there to help him from moving the house, moving, and also help him along the way with. And suddenly, after moving, right, I also went back to Vietnam for my mom passed away in 2004, 2012, August 2012, the end of August, happened the 31st of August, I remember. And when I came back, 3 weeks later, I came back. I heard that his mom I think his mom in the hospital. And sometime later, about a few weeks later, she died very strange. Okay. The knife cut her tongue somehow. I don't know what happened. Okay. And you know what? Before she died, she told her family that she doesn't want anyone to invite the monk, any Buddhist monk. No praying, only put the audio tape of that lady in her room 24/7, so she can listen. I mean, that means at the time, that means after she passed away. That's all she wants. And a few weeks later, I came visit my friend, and I asked him how everything. And did you pray for your mom? And that was about 5 weeks already. When we're talking about 7 weeks, right, for the 49 days. And I asked him that, did you pray? And he said that, well, when before she died, she said that no one prayed for her. And we dare not to do it. Okay, and I said, oh, wow. I said that. I told him that, remember, the Buddha teaching is good at the beginning, the middle, and the end. Everything is good from beginning to the end. It's 100% beneficial. Benefit. Nothing wrong. When we recite it, even that person doesn't want it, they still get some benefit. If you trust me, due to our friendship. And I explained to him many different Buddhist teaching at that time. And I convinced him, if you want, I know that you cannot be able to do it at your own house because you have your father and your brother and sister. You cannot do it. I will allow you to put your mom picture. I will set up the altar at my house, and you and me, we will pray for your mom every night. How about that? And you know what he said?
Did he agree, Thầy?
Yeah, he agreed. But you know what he said? He said that, well, let me talk to my mom. Okay. I said, oh, okay. Okay, you're going to talk to your mom. Okay.
No, but she already passed away though.
Oh, well, you see how he communicates. You will see how he communicates. Well, he had a very good mind. That that was the Sunday evening, and when I left, and I expect him to be at my house on the Monday night, right? And you know what? Monday, when I got home from work, I called him, where are you? He said that I'm in the hospital since 6 o'clock till now because he went on the chemotherapy.
Chemo, yeah. Chemotherapy.
Chemo.
Yeah.
Okay. So he's exhausted. And he said that I could not be able to make it to your house today. And I said, well, okay, take good care of yourself. And I thought to myself, I said that, wow, if that's the case, that means I don't have the good affinity to help him. You know what? On Tuesday, he came to my house, Tuesday night. And I set up the altar, and with the picture he sent to me, I print it out and we put into the frame, picture frame, and we set it up. And we make the food offering during the time we pray. So, but when he came to my house, right, the first 5 or 10 minutes, he goes to the restroom many times. You know why? Because he took the papaya, đủ mình gọi là gì ạ?
Papaya.
Papaya. He took the papaya as a medication. And that's why it helped him to go to the restroom a lot. And you know what? I said to myself, wow, how could him be able to sit down and to recite the sutra and to do the meal offering for 1.5 hours? I don't know he can do it. You know what? When he sits down, when we do it, till 1.5 hours, nothing happens. Things go very well, very smooth. And and um, and the next day he came, we do the same for the 2 days. And the third day he came, nothing, that means he not go to the restroom during that time. And you know what? He did not feel any pain. That's a very, very wonderful thing happened. So, and he told me that on the third day, I think on the second day, I think on the third day, he told me that last night I have a dream. I saw my mom, right? That I'm on the way to the train station, and my mom waiting at the train station. And when she saw me arrive, she said that I waiting for you for a long time. Why now you come? Why until now you come? Here they did not give me any good food. And I cannot go anywhere. I'm waiting for you. And he asked me to describe the dream for him. And this is what I explained to him about his dream. She waiting for you. And she said that here, the food she had is very terrible. When we hear the food here, it doesn't mean that the material food. The food means, that means when she was still alive, she practiced the wrong dharma, the wrong practice. Okay? When we're still alive, we don't know how to distinguish which one is right and which one is wrong. But when we die, we will know. Because we are being suffered, then we will know. Does it make sense?
Yes, but it's also kind of scary too.
Oh, that's
Very
scary.
scary, you know, what that his mom saying that wait for him so long at the train station.
Right.
So
And
does it wake him up for him to continue to recite?
yeah. Of course. And I told him that, remember on Sunday night, we talk about that we are going to pray for her. That means now she said that she's waiting for you. That means she accept the proposal that we are going to do to her. Okay, that we going to do to her, and she accept that the new dharma, and she reject the old practice. This is important. So when the people still alive, they don't know how to select the proper practice. They cannot be able to distinguish because they don't have the wisdom. But when they die, they will know. But it's already too late. They cannot get out by themselves. But they have to have someone to help for them. And we are the ones to represent for her. And we rely on the power of the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha. Those things we break easily. But for them, it's very tough. And you know what? We continue for a few more days. That means about nearly 5 days. And his brother from Texas, that means the oldest one, called home, talked to his dad, and on the speaker. And he was nearby the father, and he listened to the conversation. And this is what the oldest brother said. That last night I have a dream. I saw mom come home, and she was happy with us. She very enjoyable, and she very happy. see? Especially we are the children. And especially the children, when we sincere to pray for our parents, everything could happen. Not only parent, to anyone. With the sincere thought and sincere mind, with the love and kindness, those things we can overcome easily. But you have to have the right arm. So when the light comes, the darkness will disappear. Does that make sense? And you know what? When we do the next 2 weeks, and it's about 49 days, that means 47 days, I told him that I'm not a monk at that time. And I think it's a good idea to send your mom picture to the temple. You can send to my master, that means monastery. So I think he will very happy to accept it. If you want, I can ask my master to do that for you. And you know what? He keeps saying that. Okay, let me talk to my mom. And the next day he came to me and he said that last night I have a dream with my mom, and she look like she very happy whatever we talk. And I sent, and you know what the beautiful thing is, during the 2 week praying, nothing happened to him. He doesn't feel any pain. He did not feel any pain, and he did not go to the restroom during that time. That is miracle. And you know what? He thought that he recovered from the cancer. And you know what? He fly to Texas to visit the relative, and he driving so many hours. I told him that do not do that. We don't have that good health. But anyway, look like he want to do that before he die anyway. And 6 months later, before he died, I always in touch with him. I come to his house almost every day to talk to him and pray for him. And you know what? If the only thing he feel very regret is that he feels so guilty that he brought his mom and his sister to that crazy teacher. You understand? But now we pray for his mom, and we already resolve one problem for him. And that's why later on when he died in peace. And you know what he told? What is he had because he was one of the Buddhist join in the Buddhist organization, belong to the temple. That means he have a lot of friends and a lot of monks, right? Help him. But you know what? By the time he near death, he said to me, he said that, please help me. Don't abandon me. Okay? And he said that I told him that you have your friend and your spiritual teacher, and you have a lot of spiritual friends who support you. You can ask them to help. No, you know what he said? He said, I want you to help me.
Which is how long ago, Thầy?
2013.
Oh, 8 years ago.
8 years ago. He died in March 19 to 13. Okay, anyway. So basically I told him that yes, I can help you, And he asked me that, can you help me to invite your master to take care of my funeral? And I said that I cannot promise you that because you still have your dad and your sibling. They are the one who make the decision. I am not. So I will ask them for those things, advice. I can talk to them, but if they don't want it, I cannot force them. But the only thing I guarantee I can help you is the rest of 49 days of you, I will do it for you. I will pray for your 49 days straight. And after he died, I told his wife, doesn't matter when he died, even in the middle of the night, or even whatever the time of the day, call me. I will be here to support your husband. And yes, he died in the morning, about 5:30 in the morning, near 5:40 something, I think. And I rode all the way 45 minutes to the house. And after that, we do 8 hour recite the Buddha name. You know all William, do you know how to deal with the helping the deceased, the one near death?
You did show us where we could print off the document for the ceremony for helping the deceased, and with the meal offerings, the 3 meal offerings. I have a few questions about that. I also know that like reciting the Earth Store Bodhisattva, the past vows of Earth Store Bodhisattva, that's a good way. And I would also think, my sense is that also reciting like the mantra of Earth Store Bodhisattva, the mantra of Avalokiteshvara, while thinking about the deceased, or while, like, you know, considering their image or their name.
Good, that's good. This is what you, well, we don't want anything happen to our family. But to know this, that means if later on we have a chance to know anyone, even our friend, whoever, who have that affinity with us, we can help them out. So let's say the near-death situation is very important. Because the near-death situation is the most important factor that will help, either help or not help, that for the rebirth to the new life. It's so important. If the near-death person have the good affinity, the near-death, they will have the good advisor to help them, to guide them through the whole process. Even though the near-death person have so evil or so offensive karma, but if their mind been lit by the compassionate word from the right advisor, they can, the power of the karma, offensive karma is so heavy, but if we be able to lift up the consciousness at that time, become the power stronger than the power of the karma. That power of the consciousness will lift the whole bad karma into the good direction. Does that make sense to you?
Yes.
This is important. Vice versa. Let's say that this person have done a lot of good deeds in the current life, but at the near-death situation, if he did not have the good affinity at the near-death, that means there is some person that means the negative commit affinity with some other people, then that person will cause him to get angry. And you know what? When he get angry, that means the consciousness of that become the anger, right? It will pull him down quickly, very quick. So the near-death situation is so important. So what should we do? I think today is a good topic. I will go into depth so you can understand how to deal with this. So let's say that the near-death person at the hospital or at home doesn't matter. At this time, we depend on the situation. If the person be able to hear and to be able to listen to us, right? That means he's still active. The mind is still consciousness, be able to communicate with us. Then we will have a different teaching. But if he the one who know Buddhism, right? He the one who practice it, very easy to help. But if he the one who do not know Buddhism before, and we have to be very careful. Because this is very sensitive. We have to be very skillful on this thing. Otherwise, we will create the negative affinity instead of positive affinity. Does it make sense? This is one of the important. Let's say that I don't know. I told you one time, maybe in the past, I had the chance that when I became the novice monk, right, for 5 or 6 months, I met this lady to the Boy Scout, and she got she was 45, 44 at that time. She got cancer. I don't know her, right? And you know what? Before she died, she had the old lady as a friend. That lady is about her mom age, right? But they are very good friends. And she was Catholic, basically the old one. And you know what? She said to the old lady, said that before I die, I wish to meet the Buddhist monk. Okay. And on the April 20, there was April 13 or 20, I forgot, 13 or maybe 13. My master, he asked me to go to camping with Boy Scout and share the Buddhist teachings with them for the kids, and I did. On that day, on the Saturday, right, on that day, this lady came to me and she said that the first time she saw me, she said, I want to talk to you right away. I don't know why. And I asked her, what's going on? How may I help? And she said, she explained to me that she had a friend and been in cancer, and her wish is to see the Buddhist monk before she died. And I told her that, you know what, I just become the novice monk. I'm not officially become a monk yet. So I don't know I can help you or not. I can help your friend or not. But if you don't mind, I'm willing to offer. Okay, and when I said that, and she said that, let me talk to my friend, and I went home, right, went back to the temple. And on the Sunday, after they finished the Boy Scout, she rushed to the temple and wait for me because I had a class at that time at 3, around 3. And after that, I talked with her about 1.5 hours to understand the patient situation. I try to ask all the questions related to this patient to understand the family situation and understand the consciousness of the patient and understand what type of personality of this person. The more you understand, the better you can help. This is so important. And when I understand the situation well enough, and you know what, she have even though she is very critical in the sickness, right? And her ex-husband always came and give her the trouble, even in her bed, in her sick bed. Anyway, I came the first time I went after our class on Sunday at 7:30. I went with one of the lay persons to meet the family at that time. Right? So when I came there and I met her, the first time she see me and she very happy, and I just do the general talk and to find out how she doing. That's it. I didn't say anything. I didn't do much. I just asked her, "Do you want me to recite the Buddha name?" And I okay, she said yes, and I just decide. And you know what? I feel the energy is positive. Okay, that's good. The energy is positive. That's good. So that I promised her that I will come visit you at least 1 or 2 times a week. Sometimes I did 3 times. And the second time or the third time, if I remember correctly, I came and I begin to talk to her, and I give her the lecture because she be able to talk, and but the only time it she very painful at the brain during cancer. It's a lot of pain, but when no pain, that seems normal. And you know what? The first thing I asked her, do you have any resentment against the person who caused you trouble, caused you a lot of trouble? She said no. And she said that she liked to she went to the temple many times in the past. She also liked to do the good deed. Every year she sent home in Vietnam to donate and to help the poor. And before I give her the lecture, I praising her, but this is the true praising, not the not the what do you call the mouth, but this is the true praising. I say that you are the one who truly have virtue. You are the one who truly have virtue. Why was that? First, the one who caused you a lot of trouble for many years, up to now, you don't have any resentment or any ill will against that person. This is not easy to do for the normal person, not only about the sick person like you. That means you are the one really worth it. And this is wonderful. And I promise you, I guarantee that if this kind of person that you are in, I guarantee that you will die peacefully because the mindset you have. No one can harm you. And I also praising her that you also did a lot of good deeds in the past to help the poor in Vietnam. And now I will help you to know how to generate a bodhicitta and know how to make the vow. I will lift you up. And I start out with many stories like to show her what is the consonant, the power of the consonant, how it looks like. For example, one time the Buddha in the past, right, he was a very disrespect son, and he was you know, no, he and his friend did a lot of bad deeds, right, and they both enter into the hell, and they were punished by the demon king. They are the two who fooling the train with the the chocolate, right? The chocolate. And you know what? The demon king, they used the steel iron stick, whipping them just like whipping the animal. And you know what? They feel so painfully. But one that means the former life of the Buddha, he saw his friend about almost cannot be able to handle the suffering, and he stopped and went toward to the demon king and said that, "Sir, can you have a heart toward to my friend?" You know what? The demon king gets so mad, and he holding the iron steel with him from the head to toe. He died instantly. When he died, his consciousness escaped the hell body, the body of the hell and transform into the heaven, have the heaven body. And the heaven body, usually the heaven being, when they are in there for time, they want to know what kind of good deed they prayed in the past for them to be born. And you know what? He see that last the vivid life he was in hell due to the compassionate mind. He be able to be born into the hell. You understand? And I give her many different stories similar to this. And I told her that when we have the loving kindness and compassion toward the one who caused us trouble, and we do not have any harm, any ill will against them, this is wonderful. This is the virtue you pray, and no one can take away this thing from you, and no one can harm you. They can harm your physical, but they cannot harm your mind. And you know what? After 40 minutes of lecture, and she said to me, you know what? Today I feel very uplifting my spirit. I feel very joyful. Just like somebody is pouring the holy water on top of my head. That means the headache I have is disappeared. That I haven't heard this, I never hear this kind of teaching in the past. So after that, many, and I wrote, I also, and you know what? When I came back on the next time, and she have a daughter, 24 years old, and she very good taking her mom, take care of her mom. And the mom told her daughter, asked me to rewrite whatever I help her to generate the vow, because I told her that there are many things like okay, I said that may I be well. May I never have any ill will against anyone, include my enemy. May my enemy always been happy, always been free from suffering. May I never create any negative affinity against anyone in any way, in any how, at any moment. May I, wherever I reborn, may when I enter into the mother womb, from that day on, I never touch, my tongue never touch any flesh of the being. When I given birth, when I am given birth, from that day on, I make a vow to start learning the Buddhism and to understand the Buddhism totally, to be able to attain the supreme knowledge. May I be able to uphold the precept, and may I be able to support and make the Buddhism become so strong. Even of my last drop of, even my last second or my last minute of my life, I still want to be able to benefit living beings until my death. I help her to generate this kind of powerful mentality. And you know what? The next day I came back and she, the daughter told me that, can you rewrite that? So I can record it. I will let my mom hear that over and over again. Because she loved to hear those words. One, we be able to uplift the consciousness. Doesn't matter what kind of offensive power Karma is it's nothing. It's become nothing. Does that make sense? Very powerful. So, and let's go back to so when the person near that, right, we have to depend on which situation, and we have to help them in the way that if they be able to understand, and we help them to uplift the spirit. Or if they cannot hear from us, they cannot be able to concentrate. The only thing we can do, recite the Buddha name, nothing else. Because the Buddha name help them to be able to hear it, to have good affinity with the Buddha name should be good enough. And when we need to request the hospital or whatever, the medical facility, we need to have up to 8 hours or whatever the hour they give to us. And we want to spend those time recite the Buddha name for them. Because that is that opportunity to help them, to uplift them, and to undergo the suffering. Because when they die, the suffering they will go through it, the body, decomposition of the body is very painful, just like the turtle, right? When you peel up the shell of the turtle, how painful, very painful. Right? If we don't help them to recite the Buddha name, you know what? They cannot be able to undergo this. And when they get angry, you know what happens? Put them even down. We don't want that to happen. Because when they down, they stuck in that realm. It takes many, many years, many lives to get out. It's not easy. So we have to take things very seriously. So, and before, if we know this person going to die, right? And we make sure that we tell the nurse and the doctor, if you know that for sure he is their heartbeat is stop beating, then do not change any clothes, do not do anything, don't touch them. Only for them to check for the sign of the death. That's okay, but no need for changing the clothes or whatever, because that is not need. Because when we do that, the deceased they feel the pain due to the attachment from the allergen. That makes sense? The man attached to the allergen. So therefore, all we need to do is we recite the Buddha name start from that time. Oh, because of course, whenever we visit them, we always recite the Buddha name for 1 hour, 45 minutes to get them to get used to this melody. And when we do straight 8 hours or whatever the number of hours, they will become very powerful, very useful. And after that, and go to the funeral service and prepare for the 49 days. Okay. So that is where the sutra and the meal offering, all those things. You can ask me next week if you want to ask me those questions. Okay. William?
Yeah, okay, certainly. There's actually, yeah, my younger sister.
Master waiting for me too. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So that is your stepsister, right?
We have the same father, so
Okay.
technically a half sister, but you know, I grew up with her and.
Oh, half sister. Okay. 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 All right. All right, William. Well, go ahead. Thank you.
May every living being, our mind as one and radiant with light, share the fruits of peace with hearts of goodness, luminous and bright. If people hear and see how hands and hearts can find in giving unity, may their minds awake to great compassion, wisdom, and to joy. May kindness find reward. May all who sorrow leave their grief and pain. May this boundless light break the darkness of their endless night. Because our hearts are one, this world of pain turns into paradise. May all become compassionate and wise. May all become compassionate and wise.
Okay. All right. Namo Yoga. Thank you, everyone. I wish you have a good night. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate it. See you in another room.